So listen, there's another story that happened out in the news this week with my guy.
Which one?
My guy TP, Tyler Perry.
Oh.
Tyler Perry. He was on Keke Palmer's podcast this week. And he was getting it from a lot of, I'm not going to say his fans, because I don't think his fans really believe in this, but a lot of people that he called highbrow Negros. Not so much of a fan of his work.
Right.
Now, I'm a big Tyler Perry fan. Tyler, I'm a big fan of your work. Just put it out there right now, right? Big fan of his work. So successful, so many achievements, made so much money, has his Tyler Perry Studios. He's done so much for Americans and obviously the black community in film and television, right? Mm-hmm. But these certain group of people, as he's calling highbrow Negros, they don't really like his work too much.
Right.
So they're saying that they are tired in seeing the same theme of his movies.
Right.
That's only focusing on the disenfranchised black community. Mm-hmm. Like, his stories deal with a lot of, women who may have been raped, women who grew up without their fathers, women who were abused.
Right.
The black family who's they're divorced. There's so many things that he writes so many storylines surrounding that, right? Because that's what he grew up in, that's what he saw, and that's what a lot of his fans and Americans have seen. That's what they've seen. So he is writing those storylines around that from what he knows, right? And a lot of us know that, right? But these highbrow Negros, they don't want to see that no more. They want to see him change his storylines, right? Write about different storylines. Let's write about the positive things that's going on in the black community. Like, I'm tired of seeing all of this. Like, Tyler, you need to do better. And he's like, he calls BS on that stuff, right? Like, it's a really, really interesting when you think about it, like what he went through. I wanted to read something that he just that he said, but so he was the highbrow Negro critics, right? And he says that's BS, right? He don't like that at all, right? And so one thing he says, which is really interesting. Let me see, let me come over here. He says, listen, I don't care what these people are saying. I call that's BS. And the people that I make movies for is the people that I've seen that's coming around. And that's what I make movies for. People that I've seen and experience that I've been through. And he says that he calls them the highbrow Negros. So my whole question to you is, listen, do you think that Tyler should change what he's been doing his whole successful career, making movies based around what he's grown up and what he's seen, people, his relatives, his friends, and he's been very successful. There's this movie that he just did the other day, Divorced in Black, with our girl Megan Good, my girl Megan Good, and Corey Hardwick. And, I think they got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, right? I think, but in his fans, like people, he's getting claims about his movie that people love it, right? Like 75%. So my whole thing is, do you think that he should change his way of producing movies and the content to, make these other people happy and do different kind of content and give a different view of different black people? Or should he stick to what he's been doing, what has been so successful over the years, and keep making the money and staying true to himself? What do you think he should do?
So for the record, I'm not a fan.
Why?
I'm not a fan of the content.
Okay. Why so?
But here's what I would say to that. I don't think I'm his target audience. What I have a problem with are, and I'm not a fan of the content, but I agree with TP. So what? Like, what I don't understand is this need that people feel that they need to come out and criticize it so much. I'm not a fan. I don't watch it. Tyler doesn't get any of my money, but I'm not out there waving the flag like Tyler sucks or this sucks. Or it is one. Listen, man, black folks are not monolithic, right? There is a community within our community that focuses on, that likes the content that he creates. This dude literally owns Atlanta, my man, right? Like, you know what I mean? Right? All brought to you by the men and women that he makes this content for. But when I see people come out talking about it, who is it, Spike? Come on, man.
Big time hater of my man TP.
And you know what? And Spike's comments going at Tyler Perry goes back years.
Yeah. Oh,
years.
Yeah.
Years. And I'll put this out there. Spike shouldn't be talking to anyone, no one, about creating content, right?
Why do you say that?
But because Spike doesn't do good content. Spike's got, look through his catalog. Got Malcolm X, and then I'll wait, right? Had a little bit of buzz in the beginning, something that kind of bubbled up a little bit. But for the most part, the product and things that he puts out, he's not getting big numbers, even within our community, right?
Right.
Like, so stop it. Right?
I think back in the days, he had that spark back in the days when he first came out. She's got to have it, whatever.
Right.
With it,
Well, he had a spark enough that he was able to get some funding to make more movies. But he's never moved those kind of numbers that Tyler does.
Never.
And then Tyler also did it. He grew, like, he was doing those cheesy plays, right? Like that so many of our black families had that damn tape playing on the television on Thanksgiving Day, playing in there. We want to watch football, but Big Mama and them want to watch one of them damn Tyler Perry videos and stuff. Like, he grew it from that, and this is where it is, man. I don't have any problem with Tyler Perry. Listen, the J&K show ain't for everybody, and those that, like, you know what I mean? Well, unfortunately, no. We're working on that, right? But listen, it's not for everyone. What I don't get is why folks, to his point, and if I could use his term, these highbrow Negros feel compelled to have to come out and make criticisms of it. That they somehow feel that the images is a reflection upon them, as if there's no way of knowing that people are not wise enough to know that that's one group of black folks and that is another group of black folks. It reminds me of when our parents were young and there was a term, right? And it happened before them, but you would hear a term when someone of color did something well. They said, "Oh, you're a credit to your race."
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that one black person spoke for it, like it was good for everybody. Right. It was a reflection of all of us, right? Or they would say, "We're the black leaders. Who's the black leader?" Like, it's always this one singular person. Like, that is not us. We have not been that way, if ever. Right. So people need to get off of that. Leave Tyler Perry alone with that. It's done. Tyler, continue to do it. And the last thing I'll just say is, how is he wrong? Like, how is he wrong? Listen, he's in a business that's measured by the wins and losses are measured by receipts, ticket sales. He's got that.
Yeah.
He's doing that.
Yeah.
So who the hell is anyone to say, no, he's not doing it the right way? I think he's fine, man.
I wouldn't say that, just to play devil's advocate for a second. I don't think they're saying he's wrong. They're just saying that they would like to see him do different content. I think what they're really trying to say is that they've seen a lot of his content before, and it's kind of the same old, right? And maybe they're just wanting to have a little, to diversify a little bit, right? To make different kind of content to show. He's showed a lot of the disenfranchised black community from the beginning of his career, and he continues to do it. So maybe they're just asking to see something a little bit different. Maybe we can do more like the Cosby type of type of music. Maybe they're just asking for something just a little bit different, That's all. Maybe they just want to see him do things a little in a different way, and they've seen already. I don't think they've said that, his content is bad, right? They just want to just see something a little bit different. That's all.
Jay, I would say this. If you, not you, but if a person or a filmmaker or some of these highbrow Negros, so what it sounds like to me you're saying is that there's an opportunity for you, if you are acknowledging that he is singular to one type, then that just tells me that there is an underserved market. So then go make films for them.
Right.
Why are you telling him, no, don't do that, go do that? If you strongly feel that way, and some of these folks who are criticizing him are filmmakers themselves, have at it.
Right.
Because all you're saying is, hey, make movies for these other things, for these other folks.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
For people who don't want to see that. Whereas Tyler's like, I'm good. We're good over here.
Yeah, we're good here. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Why don't you? You just acknowledge that there's an underserved market. What are you doing for that? Instead of coming over here, we're good. Why don't you do that? And that's another issue that I have with some of these folks and filmmakers that come out and criticize him. Like, then do that. As opposed to going in, well, why don't you do this?
And some of them are fans too. They're not filmmakers. Some of the fans want to see different movies from him, so they're not filmmakers.
Right.
They just, it's kind of like when you see the negatives that's going on in the black community and the black family. I guess kind of we already know that it exists. So kind of like when we see it on film and, in TV, we kind of feel like a bad way about it. And we kind of feel even worse because now it's being broadcast out to the whole world that this is how it is. A lot of the black community and the black families, they're separated by divorce. There's assault, there's rape, there's drug use. There's a lot of these negative things that go on in, that go on in the black families. They're just not.
Please, man.
That's just what they say.
Reality TV is far more toxic than anything that Tyler Perry is putting out.
Exactly.
That's for damn sure. At least I'm looking at that Tyler Perry stuff and saying, well, I know that's fake for real.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
This reality, they're trying to present this as this being real, and some of those things are real beef. So
right.
I don't have any. I know I've said it multiple times, but I don't have any issue with it. He's creating content.
Right.
There's a community of folks that enjoy that. And I remember some years back where communities of folks were complaining about representation. And every time we're on the screen, we were playing pimps and hoes and drug dealers or drug users, and or butlers, and we were always in the same characterizations of characters, right? And so there was talk in and around that. And just like most things, I think we overcorrected, right? We did too much to where a number of actors, they began casting different types of people in these roles. And so now you had a lot of out-of-work black actors.
Oh, absolutely.
Who are essentially saying, I wish the community would mind their business. I'm trying to pay some bills over here, right?
Right.
So it's like, guys, take it easy a little bit.
You do. And I got to say one thing for Tyler Perry, I mean, for what he has done.
Right.
For black Americans in film and television is nothing short of amazing.
That's a great point, man.
It really is, and
That's a great point.
With his Tyler Perry Studios, right there in Atlanta. It's crazy how many black people that he has put to work, and even in his storylines that they're complaining about. Yeah, they go through a lot of shit, because a lot of black families do. But he always, at the end of his, like, they always come out on top, right? They become better. They become stronger because of what they've been through. We as the black Americans, we've been through a lot of shit that's horrible for us. But I just think, all the struggles that we've been through, it just makes us stronger in the end. And a lot of these black actors that have been out of work, he has given them jobs and brought them back.
Preach.
And back to the forefront.
Preach.
And a lot of these new actors, he's paid them so much money. I think Megan Good was just talking about, she got paid the most amount of money from Tyler Perry. And a lot of these actors are saying that. So, you just got to give this man so much credit. He is extremely talented. I've met him. I've interviewed him a couple times. Great guy, smart guy. And I've seen what he's done. Absolutely. And I've known people who've worked with him, and they speak nothing but greatness.
They speak glowingly about him, man.
Right.
Where's the brother that used to be on the Cosby Show? You know,
Malcolm Jamal?
The one that was bagging groceries and then, you know.
Oh, yeah, I forget his name. Right,
yeah, Tyler.
He hooked him up.
Yeah, he hooked him up, man. He took care of him. Listen, I don't watch this stuff, but sometimes you see something and then, you know, I'm flipping through the channel. I see Cicely Tyson. I ain't seen Cicely Tyson in 100 years. Right, She's on there. And like Lou Gossett Jr., when he popped up, I was like, damn. Like, come on, man. Y'all need to
brought him out of obscurity.
Right.
Give them jobs.
Dust them all, put them out there. Let's continue to celebrate them. No one else is putting them to work. And I'm glad you brought that up because people are looking at the film. What is he doing when the cameras are off, right? Like that's the part, that philanthropic, all that altruistic stuff that he's doing for us far outweighs anything that he may be putting on that screen.
Right.
And to your point, he always ends those movies tied in a nice little bow.
Exactly.
Right? The family's back together.
Right.
Sis is back on her feet, you know what I mean? She's on the path that's going through, you know what I mean? Off the drugs, she's in a program.
It's crazy.
Right? So stop, man. Y'all
Right.
need to
They
stop.
think about that, the disenfranchised movies that they're making, that they're, you know, like he is taking all that money he's getting from it and putting it back into the community.
Yeah, man. Right. Which is the reason why you don't hear about people protesting on him.
Exactly.
Hey, we gave you the money, you're not doing anything back. You know, it's you know what? You might have converted me. I might have. Yo, bro, I mean it. Like the more we talk about it, I might watch a few TP movies.
Watch some TP movies. Listen, Tyler. Listen, you're the man. Keep doing your thing. Don't listen to these people. Yeah, they can have their with the freedom of speech. They can say whatever they want to say. But I like what you're doing, man. Keep doing your thing, and he's the man.
Yeah. Worst case, I'll just let it play in the background so you can get the views. I don't know if I'm gonna watch all of
it.
Listen,
Tyler, you converted K. Not that you need his money,
right?
But you still converted K.
Absolutely, good one, Jay.